What's up, guys? Welcome once again to the Save Continue Newscast. My name is Ryan Robinson. That's Tom Shelby.
Hi.
That's Shanae Howard.
Hi.
Every week we get together with news stories from the previous week that we thought were interesting and wanted to share with you guys. This week we have stories from the week of September 24th through September 30th, 2017. First up, what's going on with Injustice?
A PC listing for Injustice 2 has appeared on Amazon.fr.
Nice. That's in France.
So, for those that don't know, Injustice 2 did not launch on PC. It was console exclusive, even though Mortal Kombat 9, Injustice 1, and Mortal Kombat 10 are all on Steam.
Right.
That's probably incoming.
What's going on with Volition?
Volition has laid off 30 staff members.
God damn.
Volition, roughly 200 people before this. Agents of Mayhem, not doing so well.
Nope.
The previous Saints Row game didn't do so well.
Nope.
So it's not surprising. It's kind of sad, though, because we love Saints Row here.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot of jobs going.
yeah.
What's going on with Valve?
So Valve has joined with this 3D printing company called Shapeways.
Okay.
Basically what's going is anybody can make Valve IP merchandise through Shapewave.
Okay.
Either you come up with the schematics yourself and you send it to them and they print them out for you and sell it, or you could sell it on their store and Valve will allow you to use their IP. But they take a 10% cut.
Okay.
I think it's a smart move.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. What's happening with the SNES Classic?
Yeah, so Digital Foundry, after the release of this thing, dissected it as they seem to like to do, and found that the SNES Classic is the same hardware as the NES Classic, exactly the same. The insides are identical.
Unsurprising.
A lot of people are like, well, you're charging me $20 more and I'm getting the same thing. And
now you're getting Super Nintendo games.
It's not surprising. One, yeah, you're getting Super Nintendo games. Two, it's far fewer games.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's 9 less games. Yeah. But you are getting that second controller, which probably would have cost you that $20 anyway. Yeah, but that's the thing. I think this tells us a few things, right? One, it tells us that this will be modded very, very quickly, much like the NES Classic was.
Star Fox 2 is already out there in the wild.
Right. It also tells you that the component limitations that they claim to have had, they probably no longer have, which is cool because, there's really no reason to go out and pay $200 for this thing. Yeah. You wait a couple months, you'll probably be able to find it.
Sure. Right on. And Bandai?
So Bandai and Gambit Gaming are making a PacMan 4-player gaming machine.
Oh, the fucking casino thing?
Yeah, where players put in bets before the round starts. You can't heighten it once you realize you're doing well.
Yeah.
But and I was thinking when I read it originally that you were just gonna win whatever people put down.
Yeah.
But instead it's on a prize wheel, which is a random number on there. So you could win I think it's 500 or 600,000.
It's interesting to see casino games take some skill into consideration. So for those that don't know, in the United States, gambling is considered anything that is not skill related, right? It has to be a game of chance. And they're taking that and turning it into a game of chance, which they already did with Sparkade on mobile devices, with PacMan for that matter. So it's cool to see that happening. I would much rather go to a casino and play some Donkey Kong, than a slot machine.
Yeah. Play some Mario Bros in the arcade. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Atari box?
So Atari box, if you aren't aware yet, it's gonna be released spring of 2018. It's going to be between $250 $300. People are leaning more towards the $300, and it's going to be running Linux and AMD.
That's not bad, considering we don't know exactly what it is.
Well,
it probably is bad, but we don't know that it's bad.
Well, how many Ataris has that thing got on it? Does that have $300 worth of Ataris on it? Hope so.
Remember they're saying it'll play some modern games too. Now, is that going to be? I would assume Android-based games, but we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't. What happened at the Chinese room?
So the Chinese room, they are closing their doors.
Huh. They're not closing their doors. Let's be very clear here. They said we're no longer making games for right now, but we might in the future, right? And every time a project comes to the end, that is the case.
Yeah. They had all of recently with the whole thing with them laying off their staff, and then they made that statement.
There's reason to believe that there will be no more content from them.
Yeah.
But this happens when every studio ends a project.
Yeah.
You know.
Because that could have been 8 contractors.
Right.
So.
Well, and you're exactly right. I believe 8 is the number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of classic mini consoles, Commodore 64 Mini is announced for next year from Retro Games Limited.
So if you grew up in Europe,
yeah,
because that's the only way you'll have nostalgia for this thing.
Yeah. Like the original, it'll function like a home computer if you plug in a keyboard, which will allow you to write programs and games.
So what gets me about this, like the Commodore itself, is in the keyboard, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but the actual thing is it's a joystick dealy.
Okay, but like I'm assuming it comes with the Commodore keyboard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And is it just a tiny keyboard?
It's about it's about that big, except like a little thicker. I guess you can't see. People at home can't see it, but it's about as big as this keyboard here.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
'Cause I was gonna say, if they give you like a really scrunched up keyboard, that would suck.
Yeah. Comes with 64 pre-installed games.
Ah, I see what they did there.
Yeah. Because of the 64, you see.
Sure.
Yes.
How much is it?
They didn't say.
Okay.
I'm going to imagine $64 based on the theme that we got going here. So Tom, you and I talked about this last night.
What?
Xbox One gifting has been introduced as part of the preview program on Xbox.
Good move, but tell them what you told me.
Okay, so reportedly, and I'll amend the statement if it turns out to change, but people are saying that they're only been able to gift games that they had previously purchased. Or previously unpurchased games is what they were able to get.
So if I bought
Yeah.
Halo 6, is there Halo 6?
Yeah, there's Halo
If I
6.
bought Halo 6...
Wait, no. There is no Halo 6.
If I bought Halo 5
Yeah, there you go.
for myself,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man,
It'd be real
my
fun.
buddy Ryan could use Halo 5.
Yeah, I like
Nope,
it.
can't buy it for you.
Nope. Now, I think that's really weird, and I'm sure that if
I don't think the final product will be this.
I'm sure if it's actually the case, that's something that they will very quickly amend.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Smart.
it's a step in the right direction, and I think that what was the other console platform that was doing that?
I thought 3DS did it, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
Sinead, do you know? Can you give somebody a game on 3DS?
I don't.
I feel like
Can't you send them a little present and
I
they
feel
open the
like
box?
I remember that.
I feel like they're like when you have the friend ID code,
That's a little present with a ribbon on it, right?
and you have to be like,
I'm not positive.
Yeah.
But it's smart either way because, like we talked about it, you just got your PC, right?
Yeah.
And we've already sent each other gifts multiple times. Mm-hmm. That's just money that these consoles are losing out on.
Yeah. So yeah, Nintendo and Sony would be smart to follow suit if they're not already considering it. I wanted to also include this one just because, like, go ahead.
Oh, basically, you just get the download code and have to like give the download code to to the person for them to download.
That's still more than Microsoft or
yeah.
Sony was offering, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I wanted to include this because it was a story, and I feel like people were misunderstanding it. So, it came out on the 26th, which is the day that Fortnite's Battle Royale mode launched. That there were over 1 million players playing it on launch day. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing a lot of people who have been saying, man, it's already caught up to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah,
like, no,
not concurrent.
That's not the case. That was one day.
Right.
And I don't even know if they've reached over 1 million players since.
Well, here's what you have to understand. One, it wasn't 1 million concurrent players.
Yeah.
Two, this is a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
Battleground sells for, I think, $30, $40.
Yeah, $30.
$30.
So there's a big difference there.
Yeah. So, chill out. And lastly, Elite Dangerous. The first recorded kill of a Thargoid happened recently. The credited is Josh Harry Potter Chamberlain.
Watch that video. It's creepy.
And
creepy.
And his clan, a Smiling Dog crew. The engagement lasted for more than 20 minutes, and they were utilizing weapons specifically for fighting Thargoids. And this was...
Well, no, you didn't get to this. So it was like this week was the first time a Thargoid killed people, and
well,
also
okay,
the
let
first
me.
week
Okay,
that
well, I wasn't gonna go that deep into it, but so this is actually it's interesting because this whole thing is like I don't know 3 years in the making.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Elite Dangerous, 3 or 4 years. I think Elite Dangerous entered early access in either 2013 or 2014, and people have been playing like steadily since.
Right.
There hadn't been any contact with aliens during that time until this year, until last year, and
First contact.
yeah, we made first contact last year. And
Jodie Foster.
And since then it steadily built up, and then only recently have players actually been engaging in combat with the Thargoids, and this whole thing building up to this huge event is like really awesome. There was one other recorded kill, but the shockwave of the explosion of the Thargoid killed the guy, which I thought was kind of cool.
Now that's a Codename Viper moment.
Yeah. I watched the video of Josh Chamberlain and his team killing the Thargoid, and man, like that thing, like it rapidly regenerates. Like you get it down to like 80%,
Sure,
and then that just comes right back, and they were just trying to figure out how to kill it. There's an article.
How many of them do you think were crying?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah,
I would have
All
cried.
of them, nonstop the entire time.
It was a really cool thing to watch.
They
like
were so dehydrated after.
just like I've never seen an engagement like with a single enemy in Elite Dangerous last for that long. So that was a really cool thing to see. So I'm looking forward to where they go with this. If they continue to build on this, if they continue to flesh this out, because I think this is turning out to be like a really interesting part of the
full
game.
Thargoidian assault. Thargoidian?
I think Thargoidian is appropriate.
Okay.
I think that would be an appropriate demonym for the space.
Thargoides.
Nah. I think Thargoidian is that's hard to say now. Never mind.
I like it.
Thargoidian. There you go.
Sure.
Thargoids.
Yeah, or we stick with Thargoids. Anyway, guys, that's the news for this week. If you have any stories that you want to pass along to us, email us at savecontinuepodcast@gmail.com, or hit us up on Facebook at Save Continue Podcast. That's Tom Shelby.
Goodbye.
That's Shanae Howard.
Bye, guys.
I'm Ryan Robinson. See you next week.